If she had known what was waiting for her, she would have never boarded that plane. Amma thought the hardest part was stealing her cousin's passport. She was wrong. Because the real danger was not the airport. It was the man she was going to meet. She sat still as the plane touched down, her fingers pressed tightly together, her eyes fixed ahead. All she had to do was stay calm, stay convincing, and keep moving. The United Kingdom. A new country, a new beginning, and the life she believed should have been hers. But that story was never hers. For months, it was Accra who had been talking to him. Late-night calls, long messages, endless promises.
It's so cozy.
They
Okay,
didn't
good
meet by
night.
chance. They met online. A dating app, one message, and everything began. He was kind, patient, intentional. Or at least, that's what Accra believed. But when the opportunity came, Amma didn't hesitate. Because this was the life she wanted, the life she chose to take. She stepped into the arrival hall, the sound of voices, footsteps, and announcements surrounding her. People reuniting, laughing, hugging, and yet she felt completely alone. Her grip tightened around her bag. Her eyes moved quickly, scanning faces, looking for a man she had never actually met. Only seen, only heard. And then she saw him, standing still, watching. Not searching like the others, not distracted, just waiting. Like he already knew she would come. For a second, her steps slowed. Something about the way he stood, calm, steady, certain, felt different. But then he smiled. Soft, familiar, the same smile from the pictures. And just like that, her doubt disappeared. He called her by Akwa's name.
Accra?
And she answered.
Yes, it's me.
Without thinking, without hesitation. And just like that, the lie continued. He walked toward her slowly, his eyes fixed on her face, studying, but not questioning. He took her bag from her hand, not forcefully, not politely either, just naturally, like it was expected. He didn't ask many questions, didn't seem curious, didn't seem surprised. And that should have felt strange. But instead, it made everything feel easier, safer. They walked side by side through the airport, past strangers, past cameras, past exits she would never return to. Outside, the air was colder, sharper, different from home. She wrapped her arms slightly, trying to adjust, trying to settle into this new reality. He opened the car door for her. She got in, and the door closed behind her. On the drive, she said very little. She watched the unfamiliar roads, the street lights stretching endlessly, the quiet buildings passing by. Everything looked distant, cold, unfamiliar. He drove calmly, one hand on the wheel, eyes forward. No music, no small talk, no excitement, no nervousness. Just silence. The kind of silence that makes you think, but gives you no answers. Once or twice, he glanced at her. Not long, not obvious, but enough to make her shift slightly in her seat. She told herself it was nothing, just nerves, just the situation, just the journey. But deep down, something didn't sit right. When they finally arrived, she didn't move immediately. She looked at the house first. Quiet, still, beautiful, but somehow empty. He stepped out, took her bag, and walked toward the door. Like this was routine, like this moment had already happened before. She followed him because there was nowhere else to go. He opened the door, told her to come in, and she did, without hesitation. And just like that, the world she knew was behind her. The house was quiet, too quiet, not peaceful, not warm, just silent. The kind of silence that makes you feel watched, even when no one is speaking. She tried to ignore it, because this was what she wanted. Or at least, what she thought she wanted. She reached for her phone, hoping to hold on to something familiar, but there was no signal. No connection, no way out. And that was when something changed. She felt it before she understood it. The air felt heavier. The space felt smaller. And the man she trusted no longer felt the same. Not louder, not angry, just different. He stepped closer, calm, controlled, and took the only thing she had left. Not like a stranger, but like it already belonged to him. And then, the sound that changed everything. A quiet click. Simple. Final. In that moment, she understood. This was not a welcome. It was a trap. She wasn't being protected. She wasn't being cared for. She was taken. And by the time she realized it, it was already too late. She thought she had found a better life, but she walked into something she could not escape. And that night was the last time anyone saw Ama. Some choices don't give you a second chance.